Evening, friends. Welcome to the Sunday night Bluegrass Jam. Thanks for switching the night. I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so I figured we'd move it over to Sunday night. Why not? I figure that might work better for some of you. Okay, and I've got a whole new system this week where I am streaming simultaneously to Facebook Live and YouTube. So, those of you who have friends who are not on Facebook and who want to play along, tell them it's up on the YouTube channel now as well. Tyler Grant YouTube channel. I'm still going to be interacting for the most part here on Facebook Live, and it looks like my metadata is rather jumbled. I'm going to see if I can fix this really quick. Yep. All right, well, there are always some little things to figure out, and that's part of what I'm doing with this system. Caster is the system that I'm using. Some folks use Restream, and I chose Caster for a few different reasons. And you're looking at the description of the... this is going to take a minute, sorry. You're looking at the description of the video here if you're looking at Facebook Live. Hopefully it's not this way on YouTube as well, but I put in the songs and stuff and it all got really jumbled. So I'm going to fix this really quick and then we'll get right to it. And while I'm fixing this, I'll explain for those who are joining the first time how this works. So what'll happen is, all right, there's the set list, a little less jumbled now. What'll happen is I'll kind of run through the song with you real quick. And there we go. And then I will play sort of a sample kickoff, and it's sort of just a reminder to you of how the melody goes. And maybe you'll get some ideas of how you might kick it off based on kind of how I demonstrate it. And then we will play we'll play the song with the click. Sorry, I'm distracted by the technology here. We'll play the song and I'll have a click track going and I will count you in and you will kick off the song. And then we'll do a verse chorus and then I'll take the first break. So again, you might get some ideas of how you might solo on this. And then we kind of go back and forth like so. And I will cue you when it's time for your break. And there are some times where we might go back and forth a couple times. And again, I'll just kind of cue you on that. All right? And while I was dealing with all this technology, my printer wasn't working. Hey, there's always something. So I'm looking at the list on Word there. And it looks like the stream is working. That's lovely. I'm going to angle this a tiny bit more this way. All right, so first is Roll On Buddy in the friendly key of G. And I'm going to double check tuning real quick. I was warming up and went a little bit flat there. Okay, there's a G chord. So, simple song. In the key of G, 1 and 1 and a 1. 4 and 4 and a 1. 4 and a 4 and 1 and a 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. Or 1 and a 5 and a 1. Roll on, buddy, roll on. That's what I sing at the end. So if I'm kicking it off, I might go something like, and I love my trail off licks, as you will notice, if you didn't know that already. Okay, everything's looking good. I think we are up and running. Why don't we just get right to this and play this song, Roll On Buddy, and you are going to kick it off. Nice and slow, nice and easy. This is the slow jam, right? We will increase tempo throughout this hour or so, and then on the mid-tempo jam, it will be kind of the next range of tempos. So there's the click, and this is on the backbeat. So this is the mandolin chop. Roll on, buddy, roll on. So that's what it feels like. Okay? So why don't you go ahead and kick us off in the key of G. Roll on, buddy. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. First verse. I'm going to that East K Road. I'm going to that East K Road. I'm going to the East. I'm going to the West. I'm going to the one that I love best. Chorus. Roll on. I've got a good woman just the same. I've got a good woman just the same. Good woman just the same, says she's gonna change her name. I've got a good woman just the same. Chorus. Roll on, buddy. Roll on, buddy, roll on. You wouldn't roll so slow if you knew what I know. Roll on, buddy, roll on. You play one. Last verse. My home is down in Tennessee. My home is down in Tennessee. In Tennessee is where I long to be. Yes, my home's in sunny Tennessee. Last chorus. Roll on, buddy, roll on. Roll on, buddy, roll on. You wouldn't roll so slow if you knew what I know. Roll on, buddy, roll on. All right. So just a reminder, that is like a foot kick to end the song, and this is a tag. Okay, let's check in. Hi, Todd from New Jersey. Hi, Colin from England. Cool. Hi, Barbara Joe, my neighbor. Hi, James from New Jersey. Very cool. I'm going to open up this window so I can see everyone's comments. All right, why don't we get ready for the next song, which is... So many things to open here. Going down the road, feeling bad. Okay. This is also known as Lonesome Road Blues in the bluegrass world. Hi, Martha. Reno, Sunrise, Nevada. Beautiful. Hi, Matt from NorCal. Hi, Andy. D28. Yeah, the callings has just been really. It's been really hot lately. The callings hot meaning it's really happening lately, and I've just been playing it a lot because I was out, in nature quite a bit over the summer, and this was the guitar I brought, and it did get a crack in it, which you can't even see. Right? It's been repaired quite well by Don Jensen in Longmont, Colorado, Jensen Guitars, but it's. I don't know, for some reason it's just really on fire these days, and I'm used to it. The neck is a little wider than the Martin. It's a 1 3/4, but I'll get the Martin out again. Don't you worry. Okay, so going down the road feeling bad. In the key of G, it's 2 3 4. Down the road feeling bad. Here's the 4 4. Going down that road feeling 1 1 1 and a 5 and 5 and a 1. And it has a real kind of quintessential banjo kickoff from Earl Scruggs. Something like that. But if I'm kicking it off in open position, I might go something like... Something kind of like that. Okay. Yeah, this is looking pretty good, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm just going to do a quick, hello there, I'm getting real close to you. Real quick adjustment on that. All right. Let's kick it off. You're going to kick it off. If you have a banjo, I hope you do that actual, banjo kick. But whatever you're playing, here you go. Key of G, going down the road, feeling bad. And you'll kick it off, and then we'll go to a chorus right after that. Okay? Here we go. 1 2 1 2 3. Jailer don't give me enough to eat. They've got me in the jailhouse on my knees, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this away. Chorus. Going down this road feeling bad. clothes. Going where the climate suits my clothes, Lord, Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. Going down this road feeling bad, Lord, Lord. I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm gonna play a break and then you play one right after me. You play one. Oh yeah. Last chorus. Going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. Going down this road feeling bad, Lord, Lord. I ain't gonna be treated this way. All right. Cool. I was trying to demonstrate how you might do some melodic fills. You know, you can always do some lead fills while I'm singing verses. You know, if you want to work on that kind of thing. I'll do that sometimes myself while I'm singing. The player who was best at this is definitely Doc Watson. Doc could like do little fills in between his singing, and his singing would even overlap at the end of the lick, and he would always get it right there. So every now and then I like to work on that. But it's best to do that when you are not the singer, and you can focus on your licks. Okay. Hi, Plum. Hi, Jan. Hi, Russell. Hi, Martha. Hi, Lee. Cool. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Sean O'Connor from Massachusetts. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Betty. Wow. Hi, Michelle. Cool. We got, hi, Lori. Got lots of folks joining in, picking along. Wonderful. Okay, next on the list we have 9 Pound Hammer, a jam favorite. Everyone loves the 9 Pound Hammer. 9 Pound Hammer and Going Down the Road Feeling Bad, obviously there's lots of different versions of them. And especially Going Down the Road Feeling, well, actually, both of these songs, I should say, have a lot of different versions, being that they don't come from Bluegrass, right? These were not originally Bluegrass songs, neither of them. And they were both adapted to Bluegrass pretty much by Bill Monroe, I think. At least this one. Most people do kind of the Bill Monroe version of 9 Pound Hammer, and that's kind of what Tony Rice did and the folks who followed him. But of course it was written by Merle Travis, and he does the cool Travis style thumb pick, finger picking version of it. But anyway, we're gonna do the Bluegrass version, which is pretty much the same. This 9 Pound Hammer in A, to the 4, back to the 1, 5 and a 1. Roll on, buddy, up to the 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. And lots of ways to kick it off, but I would do something like. Something like that. Hi, Dennis from Tennessee. Cool. Thanks for picking along. And you are going to kick off this song along with everybody else at home in the key of A, 9-pound hammer. Let's go ahead and rock it. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This 9-pound hammer, just a little too heavy. Buddy for my size, buddy for my size. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? My turn. Well, there ain't one hammer in this here tunnel that'll ring like mine, that'll ring like mine. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Now you play one. I'm going on the mountain, gonna see my baby, and I ain't a-coming back. No, I ain't coming back. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? I'll play one, then you right after me. This 9-pound hammer, it killed John Henry. Ain't gonna kill me, ain't gonna kill me. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Tack. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? All right. Sometimes we leave out some verses just to get more picking in, right? And we have a lot of songs to get through. So all those verses are out there. And of course, if you listen to the Merle Travis version, he changes up the choruses quite a bit too. You know, one of them is the one we've been doing, How Can I roll when the wheels won't go. There's also roll on buddy and make your time. I done broke down and I can't make mine. And there's roll on buddy, pull your load of coal. How can I pull when the wheels won't roll? But I just straighten it out kind of like Monroe did. So you can sing that tenor part, right? And I'm hoping you're singing harmonies because that's part of the drill here, you know, being really good at finding the harmony parts and singing along. Okay, wonderful. I'm going to take a brief moment here and check out the YouTube because I haven't had a chance to do this yet. Oh, how funny. This needs editing as well. Yeah, this is I'm learning the ways of this caster. Oh, silly thing. I'm going to do a quick edit just so people realize that this is not a live trio concert. That was the trio concert from Saturday. I know some of you watched that. Okay, I'm going to fix this for YouTube land. Bear with me. And why don't you get ready for the next song, which is Little Maggie. Oh, fun. Okay. And that's going to be in the key of A. All right, I need both hands for this. Stand by. And I might as well post the set list. Why not? These people on YouTube will appreciate it. Hopefully. Okay. There we go. Save changes. All right, well, at least that works. That's cool. All right, the multi-streaming thing is, the multi-platform streaming thing is neat. And I'm hoping that this will eventually solve some of the problems that I've been having with the technology. And now all of a sudden I can't see your comments anymore. Isn't that something? Well, anyway, let's just get back to it. Little Maggie in the key of A. And when I was in music school, I never thought I would ever even own a computer. It wasn't even part of the deal. And, you know, cell phones and the smartphones. And now, I mean, look at me. I'm swimming in hard drives and smartphones and 2 laptops and trying to figure it all out, you know? The ways we got to adapt to modern times. Certainly grateful for that right now, though, since we're all at home again. Okay, Little Maggie in A. It's a 1 and a 1 flat 7 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. That's the whole thing. And a 1 and a 1 flat 7 and a 1 and a 5 and a... So, to explain the flat 7 chord, for those of you who don't know, I'm playing out of G position because I'm capoed on the 2nd fret. So I'm calling the chord numbers because some people are playing actual A chords. So I'm thinking G and an F. Those are my chords. F that way, or just simple F. And then a 1, 5, and a 1. If you are actually playing an A chord on a mandolin, or if you're an open A on the guitar, it's A and G. Those are your 1 and your flat 7. How come I can't see all your lovely comments? Silly. Whatever. Okay. I like to see what people are saying. All right. So why don't we just play Little Maggie and then I'll figure that out. And I'm going to turn up the tempo just a wee bit here because we're working our way up, right? And this song is fast, you know, typically when it's performed. But we're going to be right here in the easy zone. Oh yeah, and if I'm kicking it off, I would go something like... You can get bluesy on this and old-timey, you know, it's an old-timey song, as interpreted by Ralph Stanley. Here we go. Little Maggie in the key of A, kick us off. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. She's a drinking away her trouble and courting some other man. All play. Oh, how can I ever stand it to see those two blue eyes shining like two diamonds in the sky. Play. Pretty flowers were made for blooming. Pretty stars were made to shine. Pretty women were made for loving. Little Maggie was made for mine. All play. Oh, the last time I saw little Maggie, she was sitting on the banks of the sea with a 44 around her and a 5-string on her knee. Play it. Last verse. Go away, little Maggie. Go and do the best you can. I'll get me another woman. You can get you another man. Little Maggie. Couple of cross-hearted lovers there in that song. I'm going to refresh this so I can see who's here. Yeah, every time it goes to some different weird window. Oh, my goodness, this strange world. There we go. Okay, there's me. I can hear myself singing. Hi, Lauren from Virginia. Hi, Jack. Hi, Marcy. Jack McGuire from Ohio, James Hoffman, L. Michelle. Cool. Thanks y'all for playing along. Seeing some old friends in there. That's wonderful. Oh, and I just got the little always know when Tyler Grant music goes live, and you click that little link, get all live notifications. If you refresh your screen and click on the video, it might show you that. And then you'll get a cue if we lose signal, which has happened, and we're going to cross our fingers here. Then you'll get a cue when it comes back. Okay? All right. Moving right along, we are on our first instrumental, Old Joe Clark. Simple instrumental, and one that I use for speed training, okay? And we're not going to go blazing fast here, but I am going to turn it up just a little bit, because Old Joe Clark is really fun in that you can always play a simple version, and then can always go back to that simple version if it's going by too fast, and you can kind of just squeeze in as many upstrokes as you can. So this is an excellent tune for working on increasing tempo. And just so you know kind of how I do it, because again, there's different versions of Old Joe Clark. I do in A, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 1 and a 5, 1 and 1 and 1 and a 1, 1 and a 5 and a 1, 2 of those. And the B part goes 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1 to the flat 7, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1 and a 5 and a 1. So that's the difference in the changes between the A part and the B part. I just use 5 chords on the A part, and I throw in that flat 7 only on the B part. You'll hear folks play kind of different arrangements of that. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to turn this up a little bit and push you a little bit on your tempo. This is still going to be in the slow range, okay? But here we go. And just to kind of get ourselves warmed up to this tempo, I think we should play the tune through 3 times, okay? Which is one more than we usually do on the slow jam, but I'll kick it off. Being an instrumental, it's easier if I kick them off. And I'll go me, you, me, you, me, you. We'll each play through it 3 times. You can work on different versions of your break. You can work on getting more upstrokes or 16th note rhythms in there. Okay? Here we go. Old Joe Clark. any old tag will do. So, right, we're a good bit faster than we were, but hopefully that was manageable because it's a melody. You can always fall back on the simpler version of it. And when I'm pushing my speed training, as I call it, when I'm pushing my tempos, I'll use my rhythm playing also to do that. You'll hear me going like... squeezing in some quick little, runs, bass runs with some 16th note, trying to get some of those things worked into my rhythm as well. And that just gets you acclimated and gets you better at playing at those tempos. So we'll roll the tempo back a little bit for our next number, which is Glendale Train. Cool. And Glendale Train, again, is, can go by really fast. If I'm performing this song, I'm usually around like, 126, 130. We're going to be around 80, let's say 87, okay, which is slower than we just were. But, the idea here is that, this is a great training ground and we're all working on stuff and using these slow tempos as an opportunity to really think things through and work out our licks. Ultimately, you're going to want to be able to push these tempos, right? So I want you to keep going with me through the mid-tempo and the fast jams, week by week as we go. Keep progressing, with your tempos a little bit. And you can do it. It's all about staying relaxed, staying loose, and just getting used to that tempo going by a little bit quicker. Hi, Deb. Palm Springs. All right. Hi, David from New Mexico. Hi, Clark in Buena Vista. Jody and Steve Brown. Cool. Thanks, you all, for joining in. And we are going to play Glendale Train. So we haven't done this yet at the slow jam. I think we played it at the mid-tempo jam last week, and it's a fun song by the New Riders of the Purple Sage. I would definitely encourage you to check out Murphy Henry's version. She does a cool version where she changes all the gender references to female, even though the names are the same, so it's really cool. In D, and it goes 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 1 and a 4 and 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1. E7, that's the 2. 2 to 5. 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4 and 1. Somebody robbed the Glendale train and a 5 back to 1. All you hippies out there know this song. This is New Riders of the Purple Sage song from 1970, I believe, 71. It's a recent song, relatively. So that 2 chord in there is an E7 or an E major. An E major with a flatted 7th. It's the 5 of the 5. Sometimes we just shout out 2, and that means the same thing in bluegrass language. So it's a long form, obviously, okay? And the melody is really basic. So you have room to kind of jam on this a little bit, and the kickoff you can keep as simple as you want to, but you can just kind of noodle with it too. If I'm kicking it off, I'm going to do something related to the melody. I'll go... Make it as simple as you want it. Somebody robbed the Glendale train this morning, 9:30. Very simple melody. So do what you want with it. And kick us off on Glendale Train in the friendly key of D. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Somebody robbed the Glendale train and they made off with the gold. I'll play it. Here's that E chord. Charlie Jones was the engineer. He had 20 years on the line. Kissed his wife at the station gate this morning, 6:35. Everything went fine till 9:30 when Charlie looked up and saw there were men on horses, men with guns, and no sign of the law. Chorus. Somebody robbed the Glendale train this morning, 9:30. Somebody robbed the Glendale train, and I swear I ain't lying. They made clean off with 16 G's and left 2 men lying cold. Somebody robbed the Glendale train and they made off with the gold. Now you play it. Somebody robbed the Glendale train this morning, 9:30. Somebody robbed the Glendale train, and I swear I ain't lying. They made clean off with 16 G's and left 2 men lying cold. Somebody robbed the Glendale train and they made off with the gold. Fun. I love that song. There's another verse too, and you know, there's 2 verses and a chorus, but it's that long form which makes it really, really fun to play over, and having that 2 chord in there, it's just great. Like I said, check out that Murphy Henry version. I believe it's on YouTube. Cool. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for picking along. What is next? Next is Glendale Train, In the Sweet By and By. Okay. I have a water bottle here. Stand by. I have a little practice perch by the window, and that's where I had this. My trusty metal bottle, which it goes everywhere with me. It's important to stay hydrated when you're picking and singing. Okay, Sweet By and By. I love this song. I've only just kind of recently started playing it. and it's in E, so I'm going to be capoed 4 because I like to do things in C position sometimes, and especially a melody like this, which lends itself nicely to melody strum and cross-picking style. Now, I know I attract a lot of guitar players, and so I speak guitar language often, but I hope that folks of all instruments join in, because this is, you know, just as good a resource no matter what you're playing. So, in the key of E, here's how it goes. The verse is, and a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. So that's the verse, and that's what we are going to be playing over for kicking off and solos, okay? And then the chorus goes, and a 1 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. Okay? So if I'm kicking it off on the verse, I'm going to go something like... So we played this last week, and I put it in again this week on purpose, so it could be sort of a pet song for some of us. You know, learn that basic melody and do a cool arrangement of it. No matter what instrument you're playing, you could use this type of melody as your pet song. So here we go. Why don't you kick us off on In the Sweet By and By, in the sweet key of E. And this is an actual kind of slower number, right? So we're going to be sort of at a decent tempo for this, okay? Around 82. So go ahead and kick us off here in the Sweet By and By. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar, for the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. I'll play it. We shall sing on that beautiful shore the melodious songs of the blessed, and our spirits shall sorrow no more, not a sigh for the blessing of rest in the sweet by We shall meet on that beautiful shore in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. Play it. To our bountiful Father above, we will offer our tribute of praise for the glorious gift of His love and the blessings that hallow our days. Last chorus. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. Great song. So if you are working this out as a pet song, you're going to notice that the melody is kind of interesting. How it goes to that note, the 2 of the scale, when the 4 chord is happening. It makes for a kind of a strange moment here if I'm doing melody strum. But that is the 2 of the scale with a 4 chord above it. Okay, so that happens there for a moment, and then it goes right back. And the rest of it all makes sense. So for you guitar players, real quick, this is how I do it. Keep that D string open and hold the upper portion of an F chord above, as if I'm playing an F chord with the open D. Interesting. I do have a lead sheet. I'd encourage you to use learn that by ear, but if you really need it, I have a lead sheet and even sort of a guitar arrangement for this if you would like to hit me up about that. Okay. Hi, Martha. Hope to see you next week as well. Hi, John. Hi, Brian. Ed. Wow. Got lots of folks picking along. This is great. The next song on the list is The Gal Left Behind Me. So, and again, I'm kind of trying to push some of you a little bit here because you know, I want to push you and let you figure things out for yourself. So, in all my workshops and whatnot, we do this song in C. And I put it in G on purpose. And, you know, I posted this several days back. So if you keep up on the page, I usually give you at least a few days. I think this week I gave you maybe 3 days. And that's probably enough time if you really want to transpose a tune like this. So, just a brief run through of The Gal Left Behind Me. Very simple melody. And in the key of G, it's da 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 da, 4 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. Can't sing that low. So that's the A part. 2 of those. Da 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 da, 4 and a 4, 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4, 5 and a 1. The B part. Long 1 2 and 5. Again. 5 chord. 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4, 5 and a 1. But anyway, just like all the other tunes, it's good to actually, know this, but just hearing me kind of fake sing it the melody there, you get the idea of how it goes. And as we're progressing as musicians, we're trying to find these melodies really quick. And when you hear this melody go by a few times, with understanding of how the major scale works and the chords, it's totally doable to just figure these things out on the fly. That's what I love about music. That's the kind of stuff that I like doing. So I'm going to kick us off, and let's just play it twice through. And here we go. Gal I Left Behind Me in the key of G. And I'm going to slow this down a little bit because I know this might be new for many of us. I'm going to slow it down even more, okay, because this is a tune and I want you to get the notes right. Here we go. Gal I Left Behind Me in G. I'm going to kick it off and I'm going to play Taters to do so. Song doesn't need a tag, but might as well work on your tags while we're here. Okay, we got a couple more songs, and we're running out of time. Love of the Mountains in B flat. Okay, fun song, and I have yeah, again, my printer wasn't working, so I have a little cheat sheet here. But let's just play through it, you know, get a verse and a chorus going, and a couple breaks. And it's in B flat, so I'm capoing 3. And the whole song is like this, very simple. And a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 4 and a 1. It's the whole thing. If I'm kicking it off, I'm doing something like... something like that. So why don't you get ready to kick us off in the key of B flat, and we'll get the tempo back up a little bit here, ramping up toward the mid-tempo jam. And here we go. In the key of B flat, Love of the Mountains. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here's a chorus. Now the bright moon is shining in the valley. That old wagon leans against a stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. I'm gonna play it. Keep strumming. I gotta look this up. Here we go. 3 trees on a hillside of a mountain, always looking up toward the sky. Remind me of my mama and my papa, who lived there 80 years before they died. Chorus. Now a bright moon is shining and a whole wagon leans against this stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside of a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Play it. Last chorus. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley, and a whole wagon leans against this stack of hay. 2 graves on a hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Cool song, right? Okay, so what we'll do here is let's finish up the slow tempo jam. I know it is closing in on 8:45 Eastern, 6:45 here in Colorado. So we're going to keep going here on the slow jam, and those who are getting ready for the mid-tempo jam and joining in can join us on this song, Leavin. And then I'll have to go in to my back-end system here, and it'll take a couple minutes to get the mid-tempo jam started. So Get yourself ready for the key of B. We're going to play Leavin, right? And I'm just going to talk to you for a minute while I wait for the minute to roll around, because I want folks to know who are tuning in for the mid-tempo jam what we're playing. So next Saturday, we're doing, well, this coming Saturday, we're going to do another live electric trio show from Wibby Brewing in Longmont, Colorado. We had so much fun yesterday doing that. Sean McCauley on drums and Adrian Ankfer on the bass, my old bandmates from Grant Farm. And it was so fun, and we're going to go ahead and do another one. I'm going to announce it tomorrow officially, but you'll get the first notice here to tune in next Saturday, or I should say this coming Saturday, from 2 to 4 Mountain Time. That's 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock Pacific. And that's going to be really fun. And then most likely, we're going to move the jam back to Monday next week, okay? And again, I will announce that here in the next couple days once I figure out my schedule. So, if you are just jumping in for the mid-tempo jam, we're still wrapping up the slow jam, but don't be afraid because we are in a mid-tempo zone at this point. And so let's go ahead and play this song, Leavin', in the key of B. And then we'll get started on the song list for the mid-tempo jam, okay? So Leavin' is 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4, 5 and a 5 and 5 and a 1. That's the whole thing. 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 4, 5 and 5 and 5 and a 1. Okay? And I'm kicking it off, and we're in the key of B here. I know some of you are just joining in. We're at the end of the slow jam. Key of B, and I'm going to kick it off something like... like that. So, go ahead and kick us off on this great tune written by Jack Towle and made famous by James King, Leavin' in the key of B. You kick us off. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now I was a you listen to the James King version of that, you know who's singing tenor. It's plain, very plain when you hear that. It's Dudley Cunnell singing the tenor on that original recording. Cool, Lee from Arlington. Very cool. Hi, Colin. All right, so that's the slow jam, and if you are tuning in for the mid-tempo, what I'm going to do is get a new post going, because I like to keep things neat and tidy for future when people are coming back to these. So give me just a moment, and I'll be right back on a new post, okay? All right, see you then. Thank you.